put me on my knees.
Yeah, I'll still play with you.
You gotta get cute.
But there will be big changes to the Cavaliers as they fall short once again. You just wonder what changes will happen with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Bruh.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, it's very tough.
Is that shit game? He never wins. He never wins.
Cocaine.
When you do the poem, I was there. Your hairline looks like Donkey's hair. Donkey's hair. Yeah. 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 Your hairline looks like Donkey's hair. Hey. What's up?
What?
Invite me.
Coronation begins.
It go down to GGG. She said, do you want me? I follow her. You invite me to
Wait.
I thought I would never compare.
It go down to GGG.
But this California.
Hey, AJ, I need to accept, me and you gotta be friends on Epic account. It go down to we're gonna be friends on Epic account, okay? I send you a friend request, like, cool. Okay, can we play that music on that
And I know where the Bear Crater, whatever it's called. I know where that's located. I'm King Kong. I found my place. It's me on top of the world. I am King Kong. Trust the beast. I go hard on Southside B. I go hard on Southside G. Wait. And
They use the
Wait, what?
the shot. They're using the shield.
Yeah, you already know who's in the shield.
Yeah, you already know the Omega. I'm rocking that Omega.
I'm rocking that black and white, bro.
What do you think's better, Omega with my with the visitor backpack, or the Dark Knight? Dark Knight with the shield.
The shield.
The Dark Knight's better. I know it is. I wish I was in 62. But I had a chance to buy the Skull Trooper.
Wait, what? My friend has a Skull Trooper.
He does?
Yeah.
Is he good?
Yeah. No, he's not that good.
No, he's not double.
Okay, bro. I know.
I know.
Okay, wait a minute.
Where you wanna go?
I know where the.
Let's go motel.
No, bro. I know where the search between Bear Crater and all that.
Yeah, it's at freaking Moisty.
No, it's not.
Where's it at then? Let's go Dusty.
No, I don't want to go Dusty.
Where are we going? Come on,
Going in. Cause that's where it is.
Dude, why are we doing challenges anyway? We already got the block on 16.
Well, I want to finish all the challenges.
We're going down on GG.
Got it.
Juggle, juggle.
Oh, I got a burst. Purple burst. If I die, it's all your fault.
Don't know. Why, you battling people?
Yeah.
It's not all my fault. I couldn't make it there. You're all the way over there. What do you mean? What do you mean it's my fault? You're all the way over there. How am I gonna make it all the way over there? In time. I mean, if you know how to hide.
Oh, yes, let's go.
How many was it?
There's 2. Well, I found a hungry gnome, so be quiet. And there's a blue vending with a blue rocket launcher. It's me on top of the world.
You're dumb. No, we weren't retail.
I'm dumb now?
You're dumb for not going retail.
No, I'm not dumb for, cause I got blue vending with a, you know, rocket launcher.
Ooh, that's what I just got. That's what I got.
What?
I got a grenade launcher.
Wow, I'm about to have a rocket launcher. Okay, I got a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Yay!
I don't have a grenade launcher. Anyway.
I got a burst AR too, so there's no reason to talk. And I can do double pump.
I'm doing some attack, don't you know?
That's
Oh, I like
worse than double pump.
I know it is.
And it's me on top of the world.
I never tried double attack. On PC back then it used to be fast, but I don't know how fast it is now.
It's probably about 2 seconds. I'm just kidding.
It will hold for 1 second. You already know. Oh my god, I got way better loot than you. Low-key, I got best friend again. Well, I'm faster than Ali and Bullet, you know?
Yeah, he's trash. He has 5 sensitivity.
I know. He's so trash. I have a chuggle jug for you. I have a chug jug for you.
Now, to start things off, if we're going to ask this question, might as well start off with the man most people
We're in the circle. We can look this whole place by ourselves and we're in the circle.
His vote for the greatest player of all time goes to himself. He also noted that the only
Bro, I could do quadruple pump if I wanted to.
was a blind Kobe,
I never tried that.
but only because he's
Quadruple heavy is the best. I'm going doghouse.
in 1985, after going head-to-head with
Bro, I could do 5 pumps now.
that Jordan was
I just found 3 pumps in the store.
This was the reigning MVP, saying that a 22-year-old rookie was the best player he had ever seen. Bird then backed up this statement again in 1998 by saying that Jordan was the best player in the
Oh my god, come here, OJ. I got two.
all-time greats in their prime
You got 2 scars?
league, but I'm
Yeah, it burns that doghouse. Oh no, front roof of doghouse.
in an interview on TNT years ago, when asked who he thought was the GOAT, Magic Johnson had
Okay.
no doubt that MJ is the greatest of all time.
No question, Michael is head and shoulder above everybody else.
Now, this next one is interesting. In an interview was asked who he thought the GOAT was, and he gave an answer no one was expecting. Will said that the most sensational, awesome, incredible basketball player I've ever seen was Meadowlark Lemon. Before making this video, I had never even heard of Mr. Lemon, but if he was good enough to give you a quote that he was the best of all time, that's pretty hard to argue. Bill Russell, the man with more championship rings than fingers on his hands, believes that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, saying that he cannot imagine anyone playing
Hey, what shoulder are you at? 25?
Or what?
What shoulder are you at? Are you at 25 shoulder?
I've already done most of the subs.
What shoulder are you at, RJ?
Oh, 25.
25? Okay, there's one mini at the house, at this house right here, RJ, all the way at the end.
Okay.
This house, that house, there's one mini, and then go to the tacos. You know what tacos is?
Yeah.
And then there's a big show person. I'm not giving you my charge though.
I know.
Because I need it. Little. Oh, check that.
Oh, found another gnome. This is my second gnome that I found.
Oh, found one. We're better than Allie. Allie be like, hello guys, this is another video for today.
Bump, 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 bump.
Challenge.
Back with another flash challenge, you already know.
Already know, kid. Come on, stop laughing, you kids.
Where are the minis now? There they are.
Yep.
I'm stacked on loot, bro. All I need is two blue pumps, I'm fine.
Did you get the Scarlet Ghost house?
I don't need a scar, bro. I already got a purple burst.
That's fine. There's another big person. I need two more blue pumps. I already got double pumps. I got so much ammo from the shotgun.
I have 655 ammo for my shotgun.
For my shotgun, I have 80.
Bro, give me like 2. I'm just kidding.
Why would you want 2? What would you do with 2?
Get a headshot.
What an extra headshot, wow.
Yeah, I get 2 extra headshots, you already know.
No, there's definitely gonna be a double pump. Blue pump in this. I already got... Chuggy juggle! Can you hold the chuggy juggle?
No, I have good loot, bro. I cannot hold it.
I already got a chuggle juggle I'm holding. I need you to hold a chuggle juggle.
We're fine.
Are you holding the meds?
Yeah, I'm holding 15 bandies.
Yeah, get the chug jug. Chug jug's way better.
No. Because I can't use the chug jug in the middle of a fight. In the middle of the fight, I could die because I don't have the extra 35 HP.
Okay, then. When you're in the middle well, and then I'm higher than you, I'm using my chug jug. If you don't want to grab your chug jug.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Because you said your 15 bandages will help you.
Yeah, it will actually.
Watching basketball. OJ, why are you over there, bro?
I'm getting a circle.
Oh, wait on me.
Okay, I'm just gonna get wood.
My 999 wood.
That's 632 wood.
No, he's not. Michael's not the greatest player.
It's Wilt Chamberlain.
No, it's not.
You don't. Oh, okay. You just passed very bad territory, bro. He's like.
No one went Dusty.
Okay, bro. Wilt Chamberlain is taller. It was the tallest almost tallest NBA player ever, and he was like he was pretty much the
Hits
best.
like that, hits like that. I don't know somewhere, but I'm getting like that.
I just let you get sniped at because you know you said Will Chamberlain's bad.
Without a question, no
No,
hesitation.
you just like that.
Was the best player I've ever played against.
What?
He was better than Magic, better than Larry, better than
I don't know where it's from.
phenomenal.
I do, but I'm not gonna tell you.
For his career,
They said he's bad because he said Will Chamberlain is bad.
he left UCLA in his
Okay, then you can kill him by yourself.
bit bias.
Okay.
Kareem is his GOAT. Hakeem Olajuwon, another incredible big man, says that the GOAT is probably Jordan. When asked about the greatest of all time, Olajuwon said that Jordan is much
Ooh, blue tack, I'm taking that. I'm doing pump tack now.
2012. He thought was the greatest player of all time.
Trigger trash kids when their salt is increased.
He's the greatest player who ever walked the
Anyways,
Shit on me.
winner of all time. Why don't you just say
Hey,
the greatest player?
hey,
That's what the game is.
hey, bro, there's some minis.
Is another legend
I'm not holding minis.
Okay.
in fact the greatest player of all time.
Like, should I hold the minis instead of the choke jump? Because I would have 6 minis. Unless you've seen different minis. I forget what all the minis are at.
Was almost next to none.
Those minis in there, I'm definitely getting them.
Words so many times that it begins to sound weird. Go.
Okay,
Tyler,
the
only
minis-
part. Leah, only love my bed and my mom.
Where's the other minis?
5 more
at? Where's the
minis.
other minis?
Well, we're in the final stretch here, so
Come here. Yeah, you see him? They're right here. There's some more right here too.
it is impossible to
I need not, so I have not, hold on, where they at?
things you have to start.
Correct? Oh, and we get done loading real fast. Oh, I got a grenade launcher. Okay, bro, come here.
That upsets me.
Here it is.
Not fair to other players. You can't compare
You already. Oh yeah, you already. Okay.
the greatest big man in the history of the
There's some more minis somewhere else.
What's the greatest big man of history, bro?
in the last, I don't know, decade. But
Hey, if you see more minis, you already know.
Walt Frazier believes that it is none other than Will Chamberlain who was the
Boy, why'd you do that?
NBC in 2015. Frazier said that Chamberlain is on a
No,
level. If I
Bro.
had to pick a guy, it would be Will
bro,
Chamberlain. Because if
you're not supposed to do that.
it's an hilarious
It's all my loot.
approach any of his records. So what is the final count? Well, out of 23 NBA legends, 10 have Michael Jordan as the
They're here.
player of all time. Kareem had the
There's
second
mini,
most
oh, the minis is up here.
They're here.
LeBron James received 2 votes, and
What?
Russell also
The people who we got sniped out were here.
See him, I'm coming.
two legends in that legend.
Do you remember the subject was at after sniping?
However you want to, but
You don't already put him on front.
Oh no, no, can't do that. Hurry, kill him. I believe in you. He finished me. He's a noob.
Michael Jordan is simply in a class.
Thank you, bro. He's another dude. Kill him.
I watched the game of basketball. When he was on the court, he honestly just made everyone.
Oh, no! I was trying to edit! No.
7 damage. What kind of aim?
Because I never even watched them play.
What did this mean?
What kind of aim was that?
Reels, but it's not the same.
You.
I do know is that when I watch film of Michael Jordan in his prime, he has this thing about him. You get this feeling that when you're watching him play, you are watching the best
He's
basketball.
trash!
And I have never had that
Bro,
feeling.
he should have no scope.
Not with
I know it's not fair.
Broadcast.
however, I
What
do
aim
get
is
that
that?
same sense of greatness.
That's what I'm saying.
When I watch LeBron play, 99% of the time, he
I was
makes
next
Well,
to
how did you get 7 damage?
look like they don't belong.
Never knows he was in the same game with them.
Talking about accomplishments or rings, wins or lack thereof. I'm just talking about what I see
Who's
when I watch
Ethan?
the game of basketball. And yeah, I'm biased.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, I have never watched a lot of
He's got a gun to play.
play live. So
Bro, I wanna do duo!
much. Personally, I think Jordan is the greatest.
Okay, I'll kick them. I'm just
I
kidding.
think you can make a strong case for guys like Kareem, Wilt, Russell, Magic, and even players like Kobe, Bird, and Olajuwon. I also think that
Tyler, do you want me to kick them?
is still being written. His career isn't over yet. But for now, MJ continues
Yes, I do.
But the conversation is definitely interesting. In a poll released in December of 2017, basketball fans were asked how close is LeBron.
Got him.
Nauseous, dizzy,
Nauseous. Nauseous.
Let's go retail again.
Oh!
Ranker, a website that conducts data from users of the site, has the top 10 looking like this. One thing to keep in mind is that a lot of these opinions were from 2, 3, even 10 years ago.
What
That may not
team was
change
that,
much,
bro?
but it is something
Exactly.
I hit him.
legends, or do you believe the real
You hit him 3 times and then you missed all your shots.
whatever the case?
Yeah, the pump. I don't know what I was thinking about when I had the pump. I love this skin.
Narrowing down tickets can get
I love that skin, brother.
better time than now.
You love the noob skin?
SeatGeek isn't out to
It's not a new skin.
Yes, it is.
Hey, go down there and I'll be good. I'm not me. Tell me I want to and nothing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Clyde, do you think there's gonna be a game today?
I don't know, dude. Think it's gonna be this?
No, it's pouring outside. So
No. We're gonna definitely have to show up there, though.
Their first
No, we're
encounter
not.
in the playoff rivalry
We're not?
matchup
When Devin comes there, he comes there early. So you know, when then the thing's gonna be flooded. Then the field's gonna be flooded.
A duo here, a duo here. 2 duos here. Get doghouse, get doghouse, get doghouse. I'm going tacos and I'm going in the doghouse.
There's like a million people going to the doghouse.
years apart in age and a lifetime worth of experience
Okay.
separating them have managed to cross paths again.
Ah,
And here we are in 2018. LeBron
is that your team?
is facing off in the Eastern Conference
Yeah, it
Finals,
is.
but it can be difficult to really grasp how large of an age gap
Fully grasp it.
and how much history they have. So I want to go back.
Hey, bro, you get like the nom stores, and I get these stores.
Timeline began. On March
I get the non-stores.
Jason Christopher
Yeah.
Tatum was born in St. Louis, Missouri. In March of 1998, LeBron was 13 years old and dunked for the first time.
Shoot, I'm moving what I
In
can
2000,
do.
LeBron was averaging 18, 6, and 4.
Bro, why are you getting that? I said noms.
Perfect 27-0 season in the state championship.
Cause
Meanwhile,
noms
Jason was
can only
celebrating
be.
his second birthday.
Boy, now
Oh,
I get
God.
noms.
Introduced to basketball and was
Oh, I got one chest with a rocket, a grenade launcher in it.
Oh, I haven't got a chest.
LeBron had established himself as the best high school
Same, I actually got one chest. With a tactical SMG.
professional athletes and
I got attacked with some machine gun, bro.
just to see him play.
My loot is still back.
Drafted as number 1 overall.
Hey, why you taking noms from me?
There's an AR. That's all. There's only an AR. No. Here, come here, take it. It's right up here. The AR is right here.
Need ammo. Thanks. I got a sniper. Give me it.
So do I got sniper.
That same year, Jason Tatum took this picture with LeBron James. Fast forward to 2010.
Who's shooting
How
at?
did I not hit you?
Any old kid on the
At doghouse?
By 2010, Jason was ranked the 5th best 12-year-old in the country. In 2010, LeBron James won his
Come at me, bro.
MVP award, and that same year, he also became the most hated man in America.
And this fall, I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
I'm healing. No! He thought he was gonna finish.
His class. He also
No, you should have saw that. I impulsed over to him, got a headshot.
Look at that aim.
Harry Giles, who would eventually
My aim?
Ooh, look at that aim.
2012, Jason also tweeted
Bro, I hit all of my shots compared to you missing all your shots.
that same year,
I hit him. He was one shot.
You hit him 3 times.
10 years after
Yeah, that made him to a one shot.
No, he wasn't. I shot him. I just got a headshot him for
He was at
149.
56. No, he was at 56.
No, I headshot him for 149. He's not one shot.
as a 14-year-old. By the end of that season, he had also received offers from Memphis, Missouri, and Marquette. As a 14-year-old.
I'm killing you at the baseball game.
2014,
Oh, Jake, I kill you at the baseball game?
Yeah.
dug up
Then I'll kill you with my baseball.
I'll beat you up right now. That's why I'm better than you at baseball. So like,
Huh?
like, I'm not better than you. Shut up.
I'm about to say, boy, if you don't.
I'm about to say, I'm about to whoop your ass.
What? No. Okay, well, I'm gonna whoop yours.
Okay. I'm bringing my belt. I'm just bringing my belt, boy.
I bring my belt every game, bro.
I don't bring my belt.
I do.
He committed to Duke. In 2016, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers completed the greatest comeback in NBA history and brought a championship to Cleveland sports for the first time in 52 years. Hashtag Warriors Blue 3 only. The following year in 2017, Jason was drafted with the number 3 overall pick in the NBA draft, 14 years after LeBron was drafted, which now brings us to 2018. LeBron in his 15th season has played arguably one of the best seasons yet, caught a few bodies, and now owns the Toronto Raptors franchise. In 2018, Jason Tatum has established himself as one of the brightest young talents in the NBA, and with the loss of Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, has helped lead the Boston Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals. The kid is only 20 years old. A tweet, a few meet and greets, and over a decade after their were destined to face off at the pinnacle. But I can't help to be amazed at the fact that this little kid, this fan who was just learning how to dribble a ball when LeBron's name was called on draft night, is now giving the king a run for his money. Hopefully Jason will soon get that follow back on Twitter. This has been the incredible timeline of LeBron James and Jason Tatum. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
You definitely never guessed this one though. Which famous actress or female athlete is my biggest crush? Ronda Rousey is one of them. Her? Oh my god. If you're sitting here telling me that Ronda Rousey is not your biggest crush, you are lying for the world to see. That's one of them.
Oh, someone in the doghouse? He's pickaxing me. Get him, hurry.
Knowing plays are happening before they happen. Like Six Sense, somebody that has like
Yay! Thank you, bro.
somebody like really crafty with the ball to like get around to the finger, get a bucket.
Russell Westbrook's always been thought of as one of the top point guards in the NBA. But no matter how good he plays, or how good a teammates he's teamed up with, things just haven't worked out for the team. And all of those teammates have left and done bigger and better things, or are rumored to be leaving. So eventually, we gotta think that there might not be a problem with the Thunder, and start realizing that the real problem is Russell Westbrook. So let's look at this. Over the past 5 years, Russell Westbrook's been on a team with James Harden and Kevin Durant. He's been teamed up with Victor Oladipo, and now Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. Immediately after leaving, James Harden becomes a star in the league. He's about to win his first MVP, and as of the making of this video, he's got a good chance of making it into the NBA Finals. Kevin Durant left and became a champion. Victor Oladipo became a star immediately after leaving, and now rumor has it that Paul George wants out of OKC too. And it's been made clear that even Melo hasn't been happy with his role on the Thunder. Now all of these things have conditions on them, like the fact that Harden was a bench player when he played there, Oladipo didn't even play at an all-star level when he played in Orlando without Westbrook a year earlier, KD joined the best team in the league for his ring, and Carmelo and Russ are both ball-dominant players, which gave Melo less time with the ball. But even with all that being said, for a guy to have all of these teammates and to have only made it to the NBA Finals one time still seems a little weird. Russell Westbrook's a triple-double machine, and even though he can still get all the stats in the world, doesn't mean he's the best teammate. Ever since playing with Harden and Durant years ago, he's been accused of holding the ball way too long and not passing it until the shot clock's in single digits, or just flat out taking too many shots. I don't usually get too deep into analytics and all that, but I had to find out Russ's usage rate, which is basically the percentage of the Thunder's plays that Westbrook attempted while he was on the court, whether it was a made or missed shot, a turnover, or shooting foul shots. So I looked this stat up for every year back to his third year in the league. In 2010, he was 5th in the league in this stat. In 2011, he was 2nd. 2012, he was 3rd. 2013, he was 1st. 2014, 1st. 2015, he was 8th. 2016, 2nd. And this past year, he was 3rd in the league. And not only was he ranked this high compared to the other players in the league, but this number has been consistently between 30 and 40%. And out of all of his teammates that I mentioned earlier, he's never been ranked lower than any of these guys since his 3rd year in the league. So I think it's crazy that people still try to say Westbrook isn't the problem in OKC. But even this stat alone tells he's not the best teammate. Let's look at each set of teammates here and break down how Westbrook played with them, starting with Harden and Durant. We're going to get to Harden's time after OKC in a minute, but we can't really say too much about his actual time there because he was coming off the bench and he still played great. But when
Final llama.
they played together, it was clear to most people that Durant was the best player on the team. But a lot of times, especially in the playoffs, it was Westbrook with
Yeah, you go and check my llama, bro.
most shots. And this is something he's been catching heat for years now. But nothing's really changed. Looking back to this time, they didn't have the greatest role players, but there were still 2 other stars on the team and Serge Ibaka, and I think a lot of people would say they underachieved. And then there was Victor Oladipo. Like I said for James Harden, we can't put too much of this on Westbrook because no one really saw Oladipo becoming the breakout star that he became. But he did, just like Harden. And it would be a bit of a coincidence that 2 of the biggest breakout stars in the past 10 years in the NBA, just by coincidence, played with Russell Westbrook right before the breakout season. Now that's either saying that Russ is the greatest teammate ever and makes his players better, but they don't realize it until after they leave, or that he held them back. Now I get that this isn't a real solid point because a lot more goes into it, but it's still something to consider. And now this past season we've had Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. This past year we saw all 3 of these guys' stats go down in pretty much every category, which is normal because they all went from being the guy on their teams the year before to having to share the ball with 2 other stars. And it just didn't work. Personally, I think it could have worked a lot better if Melo didn't laugh at the idea of playing less and coming off the bench. But like I said, these guys are both guys that have always played with the ball in their hands. But either way, now we've gotten to the point where OKC has had all of this great talent, but
Digestive Advantage Probiotics help you stay strong, even with digestive issues. And 12 rowdy camels. After dark. Its protein shells are...
one of the best parts of every NBA season is when the blockbuster trades happen. When you get to think of all the new possibilities with the new teams in the league, and then see them play out. But then there's those trades that got close, but never went through, that we never got to see play out. So today we're looking at 10 of them, with most of them being trades that would have changed the NBA as we know it. I tried to mix in some recent near trades with some from back in the day. So let's take a look after we give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, SeatGeek. The best place anywhere to buy tickets to sport events, concerts, Broadway shows, or pretty much anything. They became the best because they aggregate tickets from all over the web to make buying simple and to find you the best deal. And they even rate each deal to show you how good it is.
Well, Connor's not there. Thank you for not being there. Were you
there?
there?
Your seat inside the arena. So go check it out
Kyler.
by using the link in the description.
Kyler.
And then my code
Kyler.
SWEAT with 2
Kyler.
T's
Kyler.
for $20 off your first order. Now let's take a look at number 10, Michael Jordan of the Rockets. Hakeem Olajuwon wrote about this one in his book, Living the Dream. He said right before the 1984 draft, the Trailblazers offered the Rockets Clyde Drexler and the number 2 overall pick, which he said they would have used to pick Michael Jordan in exchange for Ralph Sampson. He said that for some reason the Rockets turned that down though. But think about that. If they hadn't, they would have had Clyde Drexler, the number 1 pick which they used for Hakeem, and the number 2 pick that would have been Michael Jordan. So they would have had a big 3 of Hakeem, Clyde, and Mike. I mean, you can't get much more dominant than that. Every championship between 1991 and 98 was either won by Jordan or Olajuwon. So you gotta think, could that have been 8 straight for that team? Well, that is if Clyde and Jordan could have actually played together. But we'll never know. Number 9. The James Harden trade rumors. Back when he was up for trade in the 2012 offseason, there was a lot of people interested. So we're gonna look at some of the best scenarios that could have went down. The first was the Golden State Warriors. This was the deal that probably wouldn't have worked anyways because of luxury tax reasons. But one of Thunder GM Sam Presti's first calls was to Golden State to discuss a trade between James Harden and Klay Thompson. This is a major trade because it would have completely altered the league as we know it. We would have never seen the Splash Brothers fully come together, but won the championship. With Harden and Curry playing on the team. But they'd be facing off against an okay team with Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and a guy that doesn't need the ball in his hands if Klay Thompson. There's a good chance that we could have seen Kobe win some championships too, which would mean that Kevin Durant would have never left to join the Warriors. This next Harden trade rumor is insane because during the 2011 and 12 season, before Harden was actually traded, Kendrick Perkins and Nate Robinson were traded to OKC for Jeff Green. Well, originally, the deal was being discussed to be for Harden instead, but Presti convinced the Celtics to take Jeff. But assuming the rest of the Celtics trades played out the same, because none of those moves had anything to do with their record, can you imagine this roster, but adding James Harden? They'd be unstoppable. And to wrap up the Harden rumors, the Wizards rejected an offer to trade James Harden for Bradley Beal. And then the Toronto Raptors declined to trade for Jonas Valanciunas, Jose Calderon, and either DeMar DeRozan or Terrence Ross for Harden. Mainly because they cared more about the long-term health of their team and keeping Valanciunas, not DeMar DeRozan or James Harden. Number 8. Michael Jordan to the 76ers. Now, I talked about this one in a previous video, but for those of you that didn't see it, well, in 1983, Dr. J. Julius Erving helped the 76ers to a championship. But just 1 year later, that man was offered for the 3rd overall pick in the 1984 draft, or better known as Michael Jordan. The owner of the 76ers at the time, Harold Katz, said that he really thought he had a done deal with Jonathan Kovler, the owner of the Chicago Bulls at the time. But then Bulls GM Rod Thorne stepped in and took Michael Jordan 3rd overall. They made the right choice because, well, he's Michael Jordan, and because Dr. J would only last a couple more years in the league. But just think, if that trade went through, we would have seen a Philadelphia 76ers team with a rookie Michael Jordan and a rookie Charles Barkley that they drafted that night. Now that would have been insane. Number 7. Chris Paul to the Lakers. As a longtime fan of Kobe Bryant, the vetoed Chris Paul trade to the Lakers was a hard one to live with. But if you're unaware, it was a deal that was going to send CP3 to the Lakers, Pau Gasol to the Rockets, and Lamar Odom, Luis Scola, and Kevin Martin to the Hornets. But for the Lakers though, the next year in 2012 was when they got Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. Dwight and Kobe never got along,
Tyler,
Steve
come here.
Nash was always hurt. But think, if that Chris Paul trade went through, we would have never seen Lob City. But for the Lakers, they wouldn't have needed Steve Nash, so they could have gotten another player, and then they probably would have still made the trade for Dwight Howard, which would have given them a big three of Kobe, Chris Paul, and Dwight Howard. And with Chris being the floor general that he is, you never know, maybe he would have been able to mend the relationship between Kobe and Dwight. And then who knows how successful they'd be from that point. Number 6, Kobe to the Bulls. Back in 2004, before Shaq was traded to the Miami Heat, Kobe Bryant was said to be a free agent that offseason. He said he wanted people to know he could win without Shaq, and he never wanted people to think that Shaq carried him, so he wanted to leave LA. He was so ready to leave the Lakers and sign on with the Chicago Bulls that he had already been looking at houses there and a school for his daughter. But then the news came out that the Lakers traded Shaq, and then Kobe re-signed with the Lakers. But then you fast forward to 2007, where the actual potential trade comes in, where Kobe was desperately wanted to be traded because he was upset with the Lakers management and didn't like where they were taking the team, or playing with Smush Parker and Kwame Brown. So he demanded a trade to the Chicago Bulls. No word on why Kobe wanted to play for the Bulls. I don't know if it was to be even more like Michael Jordan. But he was only going to waive his no trade clause to be traded if it was in a deal that didn't involve Luol Deng, because he said he really wanted to play with him. And he was the best player that team had that could have helped him win a championship. But once the Lakers caught on to that, they refused to offer any deal unless it involved Luol Deng, because they really didn't want to trade away Kobe. And it worked, and then we all know how the rest of it worked out. But dang, that would have been interesting to see. And hey, the Lakers ended up getting Luol Deng anyways. Number 5, Carmelo Anthony to the Clippers. In 2017, before Carmelo decided to waive his no-trade clause to join the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Los Angeles Clippers were a real option. And the craziest part about it was that Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, or DeAndre Jordan weren't even part of the proposed trade. And the other craziest part about it was that the Clippers were the ones that turned it down. And if any of this sounds familiar, I spoke about this in one of my other videos too. Carmelo wanted out of New York, but rumor has it that the Knicks offered to trade Carmelo in exchange for Paul Pierce, Jamal Crawford, and Austin Rivers. Now this is a trade any normal man would have taken in a heartbeat to get your team a big 4. And as for New York, Pierce would have retired as usual, Crawford would have left to a contender, so they would have added a young point guard in Rivers, and then cleared up cap space to rebuild with. But the thing was, Doc Rivers declined the trade because he didn't want to trade his son away. Doc denied it, but it's
okay, bro, how many heavy bolts you got?
Only got 19. With that, 18 for LA, they They'd have
If you
the
give me, like,
offense
some-
and the defense
thank
to
you,
make
bro.
a real run at a championship, and we'd be seeing that playing out right now. Number 4, Hakeem
You need more-
Olajuwon to the Miami Heat. Back in 1992, Hakeem Olajuwon
Oh, you gave me all of
retired to the
them.
Rockets
Oh.
management, so
Here,
he
take 'em.
desperately wanted to be traded. The Rockets actually offered their franchise player for Ronnie
Okay, we need
Seakley,
to
Glenn
go.
Rice, and Steve Smith. But the Heat said they really weren't going to trade Glenn Rice or Steve Smith. So instead, Houston offered Hakeem and Sleepy Floyd in exchange for Seakley, Grant Long, and draft rights to Harold Miner. And the Heat still said no. I don't know what they were thinking, but 3 years later, Hakeem and the Rockets would win 2 NBA championships in a row, and he'd establish himself as one of the greatest centers of all time. So I'm sure Miami's still kicking themselves for this one. Number 3, Klay Thompson to the Timberwolves. Back in the 2014 offseason, Kevin Love was done missing the playoffs with the Timberwolves, so he was ready to be traded to a contender. The Warriors at the time were trying to go from a playoff team to a title contending team. And around this time, Klay Thompson was developing, and he was great, but not nearly the player he is today. So the Timberwolves and the Warriors were ready to make the trade with Klay Thompson and Kevin Love. But this didn't happen, and things
Oh, Dan, I didn't know you were dying.
today because of one man. No, Jerry West. At the time, he was the head consultant of the Warriors, and he threatened to quit the team if the trade went through. And man, was he right. Because he said he thought Klay would develop, and they needed a defense. Jerry also believed that if they got Kevin Love, Draymond Green would never be able to develop. I don't even know.
Finish! You killed about that dude, finish!
I'm about to finish that dude. I'm not that dumb. I'm gonna die.
And Kevin Love won one with Cleveland.
He's about to
Those are
die.
what you want.
I hear people.
Number 2, Charles Barkley to the Lakers. Magic Johnson had just retired from the NBA, so the Lakers are trying hard to find their
Oh,
next
so muted your
superstar,
mic,
and it
Kyler.
just so
Okay, I
happened
see
that
you.
Philly was trying to trade theirs.
Yeah,
So then the trade
yeah, you
talks
killed someone when you were
got
dying.
so serious that Barkley actually got a call from his agent saying that the 76ers traded him to the Lakers for James Worthy.
It's
Barkley
messed
said
up
he
and I
was so
can't hear you that good.
Oh, sure. I need
Take you
to
from my party.
Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, bro. Let's go Pleasant.
Fuck was it?
What? I thought you weren't allowed to cuss.
Shut up, boy.
And you're telling me to shut up.
What y'all went better with both of those skins? Don't bug it over there.
You got a little attitude on your boy. Why do you like Shifty so much? Oh yeah. Oh.
Good loot.
It's not good loot. Oh. EC has better loot.
I'm going to tilt it. Bad thing, there's a lot of bad things that we wish. So, Jay.
You should have gone tilted.
Wait, I am.
Oh.
And now you're gay.
What you saying? I'm gay? Kyrus?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm killing you. No!
But you got killed. Makes
You
no
come and
sense.
finish me.
I can't save you.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were talking about Clock Tower. But I can't save you.
I'm
Coming.
dead. He look, he don't know what. He look, he shoot. And you're dead.
He's one tap. He has 10 HP. Watch his 10 HP. I knew it. I hit him three times with an AR. 30 damage each.
Trash.
Saying I'm trash. You died first.
Because I didn't even have a gun.
Oh, I died because I barely even had a gun. All I was an AR, and plus I hit all my shots.
I had freaking grenades.
Well, I hit all my shots, bro. So you can't call me trash.
You're trash.
No, you're trash. What are you talking about, boy?
watching me be a noob and play better than you.
Watch me be a noob, play 15 times better. Cause when you oh yeah he's a blockbuster back then, cause that's gonna make people think like, oh, he's not a noob, let's go please. Plus when you're new, people underestimate your skill, so when that happens you get more kills.
What's up guys, and welcome back to Best Trends. Now in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 10 things removed from Fortnite
Battle Royale.
Before we get into the video, I'm going to be giving away loads of gift cards that you can use to buy V-Bucks. To everyone who
where are we going to be?
turns my notifications on, be sure to comment down below that you've completed the steps.
Why are we shifty? You just started going shifty.
Early for the best chance to win. There recently have been multiple things removed from Fortnite.
I need to go salty. I need a
things
success.
removed in the past that you may not have even known about. So make sure to stick around to see some of the things that you didn't know were removed. Anyways though, let's jump right on into the list. Number 10, the guided missile. We're starting this list off with one of the most obvious ones, and working our way down to the ones you probably didn't even notice as much. And the guided missile was recently incorporated into Fortnite, and well, clearly it didn't last very long. So many liked the guided missile, and then so many hated it as well. There's a lucky situation with this weapon in the beginning. The problem here is some people hate it. The developers in the Fortnite and Epic Games will try to make everyone happy, and they will end up just removing it from the game. The guided missile was definitely very overpowered, and personally, I didn't find it was very cool.
I knocked someone.
But people did end up hitting some pretty insane shots
I'm
with the
pushing.
guided missile.
I killed him.
So I thought I'd go and play one of those for you guys just to see how insane
First of all, don't have a
the
gun.
used to be before it got removed.
She already got a kill being removed. That's a kill. I killed him and myself. No, he's a one shot. He's a one freaking hit. I killed him. No, I didn't. I killed one of them. No, I didn't. Okay, go push him. Push him.
Number 9.
Go low.
Crossbow.
Okay, which house?
You may have not even noticed the crossbow disappearing.
No, house all the way at the
very
end.
popular item in the game. But when season 4
No, that hit, bro. Did you see that bullet come out of my gun?
Very big impact.
Yes.
They added the
He would have died. 19.
No bullet makes this in the cuddle.
The bullet literally came out of my gun, but didn't hit him. Wow, this game doo doo.
The crossbow wasn't very good or anything special at all. It was cool to hit some very nice shots with it, but going into a battle versus another gun, the crossbow is just weaker, only doing 75 damage per hit.
Want me to kick him?
Choose to grab a bolt action sniper over every single time.
Bro, want me to kick him?
One thing I can say that's good about the crossbow is that it's very satisfying when you end up hitting.
Bro, want me to kick him?
Yes. There you go. Yeah. Boy, cause last time your brother, he freaking kicked me so he can play with you. So, I don't care.
Oh, L. Walker? L. Walker?
Yeah.
Oh, that's who you're talking about. I was like, who is this? Like, who you're talking about?
That's my cousin on baseball.
Oh.
He plays baseball. The one that was pitching that one day when we was playing catch.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. It go down in another me.
Ooh.
Ah! What did I will do?
The noob train.
Who's fat boy, please?
Ah.
Who's a fat boy? Who's a fat boy?
I don't know, not me, guaranteed.
You're fat. You weigh 129 pounds.
I weigh 100. All of it's muscle. So no.
Shut up. These rats. I gotta kick these rats. It go down in another. Know me. Tell me I'm 2 and 3. I'm not know me. If they wish and 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 they wish. Shit. So bad things. I got these. My C4s now, boy. Someone's at my house, all I got is C4.
You're all the way over there, bro. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Bro, I'm left alone with only an AR.
I don't need your help. Someone's on you and all you have is a assault rifle?
Yeah, I'm coming to you now, but I have no good loot, but I'll try. Okay, I got a shotgun now. I'm coming.
I don't need help. What do you mean?
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, I'm about to kill myself.
But you said you don't need help.
I need help now.
Oh, bruh.
I got it. He's a noob. He's trash.
Well, I killed a dude.
I got it. I don't need your help. Come to me just in case. Because people like to get.
I'm here.
She got the pump! I knocked her, she has a pump.
I hear someone.
Finish it, it's coming.
No, I'm here.
Help!
I was coming.
She's your teammate. Thank God, thank you.
No, what do you mean?
Hey, help! This game's trash.
I hit it for a 98 headshot, then like 68.
They wish and
Oh my God, this game doo-doo. Okay, I'm in the stream here, guys. Bye.